Finally from us, it was just another day on the job for a YMCA worker.
Until she came across this, an alligator almost 4 feet long. It came by for a morning swim. This is in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Trappers were called in to catch the small reptile, who will likely be returned to the wild.
Well, it's pretty quick. All the Y members hope it'll be returned to the wild.
Everybody out of the pool.
Everybody out of the pool is right. Hey, you know what time it is, gang? Best show in town. Scores and highlights. It is Big Board Friday. Dan, go get them, folks. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you on Sunday at the Ray.
You bet.
I just want you to know that you're part of history. This will go down in history as the most interesting start of a new chapter in the history of Central football. And we've got a lot of ex-football players that have come in from all over the country to go to this game. Go out and have fun. Just have fun. And remember, history is being made tonight, and you're part of it. So let's do a number on start.
And now, from WTOL News 11, it's Big Board Friday with more action, more highlights, and more scores from around the leagues. Sponsored by BGSU, BG&U, changing the world by degrees. By the National Electrical Contractors Association. Call 1-866-ASK-NECA. By Buckeye Cable System. Order a VIP bundle and start paying less for your phone. By Fifth Third Bank. Here today, here to stay. And by the nationwide insurance agents of Northwest Ohio. Now, with tonight's highlights, here is Dan Cummins.
Charlie Gallagher firing up the troops. Big Board Friday. Tonight we have highlights from 20 games under the Friday Night Lights. Wings, Cam, and BG. We'll get there in a moment. Let's begin with our Game of the Week. Special night for Start and Central Catholic. Irish playing their first game at New Gallagher Stadium. Central Catholic homecoming queen, Allison Marquette. Central Catholic already got big on play action. Michael Morar from 10 yards out right there. Now they're going to go to the air next. Tyler Kleberger. Throwing deep. Dante Johnson, amazing catch. Look at that. Down to one, sets up a run by Brad Rogers, make it 42-7. Brad Leesma of Start, playing with history, finds London Norton in the corner, a new career touchdown record in the City League. Irish win, though, 42-14.
That feels great. That's something I've been worried about all week, There's going to be a lot of games here, and I'm sure eventually we'll lose games here. But that first game ever, they can't repeat that. You don't get another chance at it. This is very important to our kids in our school tonight, and I think our kids did a great job.
Whitmer in the lead in the City, taking on Libby on the sweep. Anthony Allen takes it in for 69 yards. Here he comes. There he goes. Whitmer takes it to the house. They win over Libby 63-7. On the east side, St. John's and the Clay Eagles at Federici Stadium. Homecoming king and queen Al Tewell and Charlie Meyer. First quarter, Walt Anderson fires it downfield to Mike Wire with a 57-yard pass. St. John's up early, and they will stay up. Walt Anderson with a 10-yard run to the end zone. St. John's beats Clay. Final is 41-7. St. Francis coming off a one-point loss in overtime on the road, taking on Bowser. Rebels marching band tuning up before the game. First quarter, Knights quarterback Max Babuter, who takes the sneak, runs 27 yards for one touchdown. He had two on the night. Fans making the trip. They love it. Still 7-0 the first. Nick Wozniak barrels through. 14-0 Knights. They win 27-14. We'll have the rest of the City League a bit later. Now let's get to the Northern Lakes League. Unbeaten Southview, 9th in state this week, taking the show on the road to Springfield. And young or old gathering around, new queen Audrey Gillette, the Blue Devils homecoming queen. Southview D too much in this night. Posted defenders bottle up the Springfield running back. Cougar fans jumping to the beat. The Cougar defense playing up to expectations. They're shutting people out. They're so tough. Griff Whalen picks off this Blue Devils quarterback's pass. Southview, the winners, 42-21. Perrysburg North, the winner here stays in the hunt for an NLL title. 4-year-old Elam Livermore can barely see over the railing, but he's watching his football. Wildcats Ryan Kremchek airs it out, but it's picked off by Kyle Zablewski. He's going to take this and all the way back to the Northeast 38. Kyle, nice job, buddy. Jackets on the move. Derek Garcia hopes for better luck. He connects with Tim Mishka. That's a 39-yard score. Perrysburg wins 15-6, but they win ugly.
It was worse than sloppy. We were god-awful first half. Second half, we found some things that we could do, but the turnovers kept us out of our offense. We were terrible first half. I was embarrassed, and the kids should be embarrassed. We need to get better in the first half.
Yeah, Matt, but that was a W. Rossford Anthony Wayne, the Generals knocked off Northview last week. Chelsea Chadwick smiling for the camera as AW homecoming queen. Generals up 14-7 at half. Don't count out the Bulldogs. Brandon Hunter runs up the gut. 40 yards later in pay dirt, it's 14-all. AW comes back. Hank Taylor rolls out. Aaron Kyer escapes one tackle. Dives in for the touchdown. Generals up 21-14. AW fans dancing to a win. Generals Nate Sherman adds the insurance. AW wins 28-21. Now let's go to the Wings camp for our next two game highlights. Gary Sensi signed the Buffalo Wild Wings in BG tonight. Gary, how's it going?
Dan, welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings in Bowling Green. And the Bobcat fans came out in force. As you know, they came to this game. Them and Southview were the only undefeated teams in the NLL. Let's take you out to Bowling Green and show you what happened tonight. How about Brady Fuller? You gotta love Brady Fuller. He's working the worm. Oh, yeah. But, oh, my goodness. Kyle Bowl knocks over the official, takes it down to the one. Mommy scored moments later. It was 28-7. 28-13 later, watch Bowl. He's going 48 yards. 35-13. The Mommy Lake girls, hey, they got to do 35 push-ups after that. But Bowling Green makes a run late in the game. Aaron Mershman to Charles Cohen for the touchdown. Hey, it's 35-21. And then on the next possession, it's a punt return for Cohen. He's going about 80 yards, but it wouldn't make any difference on this night. Maumee's going to pull it out. The final was 35-28. Up the road, Eastwood was playing. And yeah, you know something? They were tied with Genoa in the Suburban Lakes League going into the night. Let's take it to Eastwood High School, show you what happened there. Check out the seniors. They're telling Woodmore to start up the bus before the game starts. And how about Jeremy Foster? Didn't take long for him to score. 20 yards out, Foster is in. It's 7-0 Eastwood. And of course, yeah, they're ready to go at Eastwood as well. They have to do push-ups. And then later on, Foster again, this time from 28 yards out. Again, push-ups again. Final score, 37-7 Eastwood. We got to thank the Bobcat fans for showing up tonight. We know they lost this game. You got to love Uriah Sign. You came out in force. We love you. We're glad you guys showed up. We'll be back a little bit later. Dan, back to you.
Okay, Gary sends a sign in BG. We'll see you in about 6 minutes. One more game from the SLL. Genoa Comets down in Lakota. Both early contenders along with Eastwood. Now the Little Raider cheering on the big Raiders tonight. This one would be the way of the Comets, though. On the handoff, Derek Vickers up the middle. He's untouched. Genoa would add another touchdown. Genoa wins that game. The final is 14-7. Hey, we're halfway home on Big Board Friday. Highlights from 10 games. We have 10 more to go. We'll visit our sponsors in a couple of minutes. Come back with a game of the night in the NWOL. Patrick Henry Delta on Big Board Friday. In Division 5, we have two outstanding teams in the area, Patrick Henry and Liberty Benton. Begin with the fourth-ranked Pacers on the road at Delta, NWOL matchup. Aaron Betts, quarterback for the Panthers. He's going deep, and it's picked off by Mitch Leonard. Boy, does he have some ups. On the next play, Drew Cusel, the PH quarterback, blows by everybody. He ran and passed for 3 touchdowns. Patriots win at Delta 51-10. Liberty Benton, ranked number 2 in Ohio, take on Arcadia. Congrats to Liana Albin, Liberty Benton's homecoming queen. 16-0 in the second for the Eagles. Aaron Kraft drops back, and he heaves it deep. This kid has an arm. Ryan Cook, nice catch. Makes it 23-0 at half. Kraft had 3 touchdowns. Eagles fans jacked. First possession, second half for LB. Brandon Pickett takes a handoff. 61 yards, that goes. Eagles win 37-6. Okay, some quick cuts in other games in the area. This afternoon, Rogers Rams at the Scott Bulldogs. And the Rams coming off a huge upset over St. John's, partly because this guy, Isaiah Ballard. That's 57 yards for score. Rams win a tight one. The final was 28-20 Rogers. This afternoon, the Wade Indians still looking for the first win at Woodward. Great play here for the Polar Bears. Deep ball, Robert Williams. That's a 75-yard touchdown. Woodward 30-13. 2 games from the past. Begin with Hilltop Northwood. Homecoming queen in Northwood, Michelle Klinke waving to Big Board fans. First quarter, Kyle Gunn shoots 5 yards with TD. Northwood would beat a Hilltop in a shootout 48-43. Toledo Christian Cardinal Strix playing at Waite. Hey, we've got a local version of the Broadway hit Stomp going right there on the east side. TC had plenty of offense going. Grant Sims, beautiful touch pass to Eric Yunker, busting at 30 yards. Toledo Christian wins it easily tonight. Fostoria Redmond just may have the right stuff to get in the playoffs. Home against Shelby. We joined this one in half. Fostoria riding a crazy train under the harvest moon, but it was the wild plays about the Whippets pass. Tip pass of Micah Hyde. juggled, finally picked off by Chad Howard, returned for a touchdown. That would drop the Redmen to 2-1 in NOL. They are still tied first. Sandusky Napoleon, the Wildcats lost first time last week. Sarah Sonnenberg, homecoming queen for Napoleon. Congratulations, Sarah. Wildcats have the ball. Tyler Flory. Here's a 5-yard touchdown. Napoleon a winner, 41-27. Harding at Findlay. Can you believe that Trojans are still looking for the first win? But don't call them chicken. They play a tough schedule. You know it. Trojans, Wade Arando runs to the left, bowls over a tackle, gets the first down. Findlay gets their first win of the season, 27-17 over the Patriots. And our 20th game, unbeaten Blissfield hosting Onstead. Jamie Gates, this year's Blissfield homecoming queen. Defensive battle early, fighting for every yard. Onstead's Ryan Pella breaks free of big game. One of the first half's longest. He's horse-collared by Jordan Marks. No score at halftime. Royals try to break the deadlock. Not going to have it in the second half. Blissfield wins it in double overtime, 18-10. Boy, still a lot more to come. Back to Gary and Bowling Green with football, folks. Be right back.
Dan, welcome back to the Buffalo Wild Wings in Bowling Green. Everybody's still excited here. I know the Bowling Green lost, but that's okay. We want to talk to you about the second week of the season when Tyler Chenek from Clay took a huge hit in that game. Now, we all thought the win was knocked out of him, but later on we found out it was much, much more. Clay, desperate for a comeback against AW in the second week, taking a risk over the middle. Tyler paid the price.
We're always concerned when one of our players go down. We thought that was kind of a case where you got the wind knocked out of him.
Tyler sensed it was more than that.
At first, I thought I broke all my ribs. It felt like all my ribs were broken and everything, and I never thought about like any of my organs being hurt. Just really couldn't breathe at all.
It was only later that night at Toledo Hospital did he find out it was a lacerated liver. What does that mean? Tyler with the gruesome details.
He hit me hard enough, it pushed back and touched my spine. And when he got up, it separated, it compressed, and when it uncompressed, it ripped open. And it was split right down the middle.
It's been a tough season for you guys. How tough is it to watch your guys now from the sideline?
It's tough because I'm not playing and everything, but I'm just kind of glad I'm here, and I'm just kind of glad to be around everyone.
There was good news for Tyler. No extended downtime, recovered quickly. On the sidelines for the last couple games. Sure, he'll miss basketball season, but he's back for baseball. The good news for you is being defending two-time district baseball champs. At least you'll be back for baseball, right?
Yeah, that's something to look real forward to. I mean, basketball, I just played basketball just so I can play and everything, but baseball I'm really looking forward to.
Our best to Tyler. He's a great kid, and we'll be right back.
Hey, something new on our website I'm really excited about. You can now send us video clips. You can register on WTOL.com. Click on See It, Snap It, Send It. You'll find a very simple form to fill out. This week, we're looking for your best Big Board Friday clips. Wednesday at 6, we'll announce the winner, a $25 Sunoco gas card. Here it is. How about that, huh? Hey, have a great weekend. Thanks for choosing Big Board Friday.
More people get their news from WTOL News 11 than all other stations combined. Thank you for watching.
Hugh Jackman, Melanie Griffith, and Lloyd Owen star in Viva Laughlin, CBS Thursday, October 18th.
From New York, the greatest